Yesterday we had discussed title tag, meta description, and only two tags I think we have discussed. One is title tag, other is the meta description. And how do we implement this in general site and blogger? We are yet to see for WordPress. So permalink and title tag has got maximum weightage. However, none of the tags should be ignored in SEO. There are few steps wherein the weightage is only 2 marks. Even then implement it. Because this is like a bonus mark for us. This is only one time work for which we are getting the on page marks. We don't have to do regularly. While you are publishing the page itself, you can implement it. So, coming to the step number 4, meta keywords tag. Once we see the meta keywords tag, then we will come back to WordPress. So, give the headline step 4, meta description tag. Sorry, meta keywords tag. Write it down quickly. Alright, so coming to the meta keyword tag, again 4 marks for it. So some of the search engines have stopped reading the meta keywords tag. An important update from SEO that some of the search engines are not reading the keywords tag, they are reading the keyword density of the page, which again we'll be discussing in the coming steps. Let us first complete this meta keywords and then we will see search engines which are not reading this, what do they read. So this is basically the syntax. This is also meta. What it means is it is only present in the back end. You cannot see its reflection in the front end. And every meta tag, there are so many meta tags that we'll be discussing even in future classes. But all the meta tags, if you see, will go into the head section of the page only. So this is a professional way of applying the SEO tags. First is the title, then comes the meta description, then comes the keywords tag. So points which are important for keywords tag. Point 1, it has to be in the head section. Point number 2, every page must have only one keywords tag. Point number 3, you got to have your keywords within this double quotes separated by comma. A single web page you may be targeting multiple keywords. Example, in my case, let's say I want to target same page for SEO training, SEO course, SEO classes, SEO institute. You may say, sir, meaning is all same. It may be same meaning, still you have to put it. Because SEO marks will be separate for each of these words. So ideally 1 to 5 keywords only have to be used in the keywords tag. However, you can enter even up to 200, no problem. Even up to 200 keywords can be stuffed in the keywords tag. So whatever is the keyword you are targeting for that page, not for site, put that separated by comma. Then why not give 200? If you give more and more keywords, the weightage will get divided. If I am giving only 5 keywords, 20% weightage will be for each of the keyword. It will be easy to rank on top for these limited keywords. But if I put 100, then the weightage for each of them will be like 1%. All of them will be moving slowly on the top. Even if my keyword is missing in the keywords tag, I can still rank on top. I told you, end of the day, the total SEO marks will be checked in order to provide the ranking. So I may be missing marks in couple of steps. But overall, if my SEO score is still good, I can perform on the top. But as far as possible, try not losing even a single mark. So very simple step, just mention your keywords in the double quotes, that's it. So with this, the basic SEO tagging is over. For a general site, you have to manually give it like this. How you have typed the title, like that you will be typing the meta description as well as the meta keywords tag for every page. Keywords tag can be common across the pages. I told you that title tag, meta description has to be unique, but it is not necessary for the keywords tag. You can copy paste the same keywords tag across all the pages of the same website, no problem, if you are targeting the same keywords. And do not put too many keywords tag, otherwise the weightage will get divided. Too many keywords in the keywords tag. Now, how do we implement this for Blogger? By default, the keywords for any post or page automatically considered according to the keyword density. So keyword density is also another step in on page. There we will be discussing how the keywords are picked for any page in Blogger. Quickly note down. Right, so this is your meta keyword tag. For Blogger, for every post, the keyword density is checked, and in that keyword density, whichever the keywords are getting highlighted, that itself is a keywords tag for the Blogger. So in the keyword density, it will be clear what exactly you need to do to project your keywords in the keywords tag. Alternatively, if you are targeting only limited keywords for the entire website, I'm not talking about page, for the entire website you are targeting only less than 20 keywords, then you can type the keywords tag also in the edit HTML. So how it is done? You just have to copy this tag, same like how we did for title tag. So I copy this, I go to my Blogger site, here I go to theme, edit HTML. This is where I find the complete code of my website design. So after the title tag, I can give the keywords tag like this. Then go for save. That's all. Then when you open the website, you'll be able to see the keywords tag, but of course it is going to be common for every page. Control U. Okay, like this. So this is home page what I'm checking for. Even internal page can also be checked. Same keywords tag. Alright, this is the way we implement keywords tag for general site and WordPress. So hope all the 4 steps are very clear for a general site as well as WordPress. They are very simple, it's just copy paste job. Permalink, title, meta description, meta keywords. Now we will see all these 4 for the WordPress site. So let us now run a private WordPress site. What we have discussed is the free WordPress site. Let us see if you have your own domain, your own hosting, how can you maintain a WordPress site? So let us purchase a domain. There's a site called as shoutcoder.com. Here the domains and hosting both are very cheap. Only this SSL. SSL means you get this secure protocol, this lock, STTPS. only that will cost you 4,000 per year in the market, plus hosting charges separately. Here you are getting it just for 39 rupees a month. That's all. Okay. There's free hosting also available. So for that we would require a domain name. Let me first log in. And I go for register a new domain. .xyz extension is of the cheapest price. .com would be around 700, 800. Then the pricing is already shown here, new pricing. Okay. So among all, the cheapest is .xyz, but for SEO it is not good. Only for practice, just to show you, I am purchasing this dummy domain. So let me buy a domain as reliablenews.xyz. Let's see if it is available. Unavailable. Okay, so reliable news, will make it Z. This is available. How much? 199 rupees per year. By default, the prices are per year basis. So how do we buy it? Just click on add to cart, checkout, leave everything as it is, don't do any changes, click on continue. Checkout. You can pay using PayPal or UPI, Paytm. Let me pay through Paytm. So the payment is getting processed. Some error within this. Not finding any pending request here. Go to UPI link bank, UPI mobile application. Let us do again. Reliable news dot xyz. Let me use another app to scan this. Okay, so the payment is processed for the domain name. So after you have purchased the domain name, what else is required? Hosting. To run a private site, you require domain and hosting both. The domain charges are almost the same everywhere, but hosting will vary from company to company. The cheapest that I could find is from shoutcoder.com. So I go back to shoutcoder. And now I purchase the hosting. So this is more than sufficient for us. 2 GB storage, 10 GB bandwidth, 5 private email accounts in the name of the company. Let us order it. Alright, so hosting is also purchased now. Now, how do we set up WordPress into this private website? So quickly note down installing WordPress in a private site. Why only WordPress? I told you before, it is both SEO as well as user friendly. You'll see that working with WordPress is very easy. At the same time, while we are discussing the SEO points, managing SEO would also be very easy, is what you will realize. Alright, so for this you'll have to purchase your own domain and hosting. So both that we have purchased, you'll be able to see that here. Alright, here. I click on this. Here you'll find the C panel. Within the C panel itself, you'll be finding the WordPress application. C panel means control panel. So I click here. Within this, we have here applications, WordPress. Alright, so note down. Installing WordPress. Click on the hosting package, and under that go to C panel. Then under that go to WordPress. It takes less than 5 minutes to run a private WordPress site. So unlike Blogger where abc.blogspot.com, we are getting blogspot in the address. Here it will be a direct mention of website address. So we will be avoiding one extra dot there. So generally that is like a subdomain. What you are getting in Blogger is not a main domain, it's a subdomain. But this is going to be a main domain. But doesn't matter in SEO. Subdomain and domain both are given equal priority to rank on top. But a private website is short, easy to remember, and it creates a better impression compared to a free site to the end user. That is all the advantages. No any added advantage in SEO. So I click on the hosting package, then I click on the WordPress, and then I go for install. It asks me where should the WordPress get installed. So I say that it has to be installed in the main folder. So by default you will find here as WP, which means that WordPress will get installed at my website address /WP. I want it in the root folder itself, in the main folder itself. So I have to make the directory box empty. Right now. Then give the admin ID password. All this we can change later also. Only give the proper admin name and let the username be admin. Password, try to have it as much complex as possible. I am giving it as Sanju456 hash. Okay. And your email ID, an active email ID regularly what you use. In case you forget password, then this email ID, new password would be sent. Do not do any other changes. Do not select any theme here. You will not be able to change that. Click on install. So it takes just few minutes and the WordPress site would be ready. Meanwhile, write it down. Alright, so once the WordPress application, how come it has hanged here? Doesn't take that much of time. In fact, it says 3-4 minutes, but in matter of few seconds itself, WordPress application gets installed. Looks like it is stuck here. Let us retry. So you're already done. So it just takes few seconds for the WordPress to get installed. This is where our site is now ready. Sorry, the window got closed. Let us try changing the IP address of the server, of the domain name. Looks like the issue is with the default IP address what it has taken here. Let us change this. I'll tell you what this means. Okay, so this is appropriate. No issues at all. Okay, it may take 24 hours to propagate all that. So maybe we'll have to give some time for the domain and hosting to be set up. WordPress is already installed, but it will take some time to show up in the browser. But this is a way that the WordPress is installed. So we'll review it again after 5 minutes. Meanwhile, we'll continue with the next step. Step number 5, header tags. Write it down. Alright, so header tags. The headlines, what we see day to day in the newspapers and everywhere, technically in HTML are called as header tag. So mainly there are three header tags: H1, H2, H3. H1 is used for main headline, H2 is used for subheadline, H3 is used for subheadline. We also have H4, H5, H6, but search engines ignore it, they do not read those tags. So from SEO point of view, H1, H2, H3, these three are very important. Let us see how the syntax is. Okay, still not opening, may take time. So when I go into the post and go into the HTML view, the syntax for H1 is like this. H1, here I can write something like say likewise we have got H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. So this is how the syntax is for each of the headline tags. In the front end, you will be able to differentiate it by the size. H1 is the biggest font size. This is 50% of H1. This is 50% of H2. This is 50% of H3. Likewise, we have till H6. You can manipulate the size. You can make H6 as big as H1 and H1 as small as H6. So sizes can be changed. Now both of this look of the same size, H1 and H6. It doesn't mean that this has become H1. This is still H6 only. See here, this is still H6. So search engines, whatever may be the font size, will consider reading it always from the back end. So from SEO point of view, these three are only important: H4, H5, H6. Whether you use it, what you put it, search engines don't even read it. Now, whatever is your main keyword, that should come in the H1, just like how you are putting your keyword in the title tag. But don't make title tag and H1 exactly same. Even if you make it, no issues. But if possible, try to add some word in the prefix or suffix. That means generally you have to always start your title tag, description tag, H1 tag with your keyword. But in order to differentiate title and H1, you may add some extension to the keyword. Example, if my keyword is first birthday wishes, my title tag would be first birthday wishes. But H1 tag would be what? First birthday wishes, colon, for boys and girls. Alright, something extra than your keyword is what you need to mention in the headline tag, if possible. Otherwise, make it exactly like title tag, no problem. Title tag will be available here, but H1 will be highlighted in the front end. In a page, there has to be only one H1 tag. And how many H2 and H3 you use, that much better. In all these three tags, your keyword must come. Now, the perfect structure for any page is something like this. If my keyword is inspirational quotes, my H1 will be inspirational quotes. Then I must write some introduction. This is a proper structure for SEO. First write the headline H1, then give some introduction, 2, 3, 4 lines. Then begin with a subtopic. Here also my keyword has to come. Then again some lines of description. And then H3, which is a subtopic of H2. Again my keyword has to come. Then some popular quotations by him. Then again an H3. Okay. Then again an H3. Like that, once one H3 set is completed, then begin with another H2. Inspirational quotes by Mother Teresa. Then within that, inspirational quotes by Mother Teresa for social welfare, for women, something like that. Like this, you need to properly present the content. This is a perfect structure for SEO. Firstly, give the main headline. There has to be only one H1 tag per page. Very important point. Already there in the notes. There should be only one H1 tag per page. Below that, there should be introduction. Then we have to begin with H2. Then again an introduction for H2. And below it, all the H3s. Again an H2. Below that, multiple H3s. Again an H2. Below that, multiple H3s. This is how you need to present the content to see quick results in Google. And Keyword Planner will guide you what all subtopics and sub-subtopics you should be targeting for that page. Hope the structure is clear. For a general site, you got to do it manually. Type manually in the backend H1 tag, H2 tag, H3 tag. For WordPress, we'll see the solution. Alright. So firstly, we will see whether any headline tags are getting generated even without we putting in. So this is a page wherein we haven't put any headline tags, but I still want to see by pressing Ctrl U whether we are getting the headline tags or not. H1. Yes, we are getting reliable info as H1. Like how we got the title tag, we are also getting it as H1 tag. So you can see here. This is the title tag, this is the headline tag, both are coming same, no problem, no issues. There's only one, that is good part, okay. Likewise, we'll see for internal page. Control U. What is the main keyword for this page for me? T20 Cricket World Cup schedule. This page I want to rank on top whenever someone is searching for T20 Cricket World Cup schedule. Meaning, this should get highlighted as H1. But is it getting it? Let's see. Control U, Control F, H1 tag. No. Again the same topic coming in every page. So whether it is home page or internal page, H1 is coming as common. Now, when the search engines are trying to read your page, they will think that your page main topic is reliable information. But your competitor may be using this keyword as H1 tag. So search engines will think that this guy has got more information who is using the keyword in the H1 tag than you who is using it as not even H2 but H3. See, it's not even coming as H2. That means you're only covering little bit of information. That is how the search engines take it. That is why changes are required. As such, Blogger is good only for homepage, only for single keyword. But in order to make it useful for multiple keywords for multiple pages, changes are required here and there. 99% bloggers don't have this setting. Alright, so problem is clear. Let us find out the solution now. Within my folder, you will be able to find the file H1 tag optimization for Blogger. So there are series of steps that you need to follow, not as easy like the previous step, meta description. So what I'm doing is you copy all this and put it in chat window. You can copy paste at your end. This is for the H1 tag optimization. So now we'll do this practically. So just write down this introduction. Steps and all you can copy paste it from your chat window, but these 2 lines of introduction, quickly note it down. So H1, H2, H3, all the 3 have to be different. Though all of them must have your keyword, but overall they have to be different. Add different extensions. Start with your keyword, but give different suffixes. I've already shared you the link. In that also this folder is present. All the files are present. Alright, let's see the solution now. Step 1, go to theme, edit HTML file. Within that, press Ctrl F to find out this piece of code. So somewhere in the theme HTML file, whether free blogger, free theme or private theme, you'll definitely find this line of code. So I go back to theme, edit HTML, Control F. So this is where I find the code. What I have to do with it? Replace H3 to H1, closing H3 to closing H1. So a while back I shown you that the post title is coming not even as H2 but H3. That code is written here in the theme. So we are making this as H1. This is what we want. Next step. Post the change, it has to look like this, and that's how it looks. This example shows that your theme is using H3 tag for the post title. If you do not find it, your theme may be using H2 tag. So below that line of code what we searched, in my theme it was H3, in your theme it may be H2. So after this line, if it is H2, make it H1. If it is H3, make it H1. And if it is already H1, don't do anything. Firstly, check in the browser what is the post title coming as. Some themes, Raid themes, they set it as H1 already. And another important point here is the code may be present twice. If it is present twice, do the change for both of them. Again, I will have to search. Control F. So we are right now in 10th line. There is code present again in 15th line. Same change, same code. Why is it present twice? Remember, I told you theme has to be mobile friendly, responsive theme. One piece of code is for mobile, other piece of code is for the desktop. The design of the site changes slightly for mobile users. That is the specialty of the responsive theme. Now that we have done the changes, I click on save and refresh the page. So I refresh this page, refreshing this page also. Press Ctrl F and find out what is the H1 tag. So again, reliable info is already there. Another H1 tag got generated, which is the post title. So is it good for SEO? No. We have managed to get our keyword, that is good, okay. But 2 H1 tag in a page is very bad for SEO because there has to be only one main headline. Sub-headlines you can have multiple, but 2 main headlines means search engine will not value your page. So further changes are required. Next step. Go to layout, click on edit in the header where your website title appears. Click on choose file. That means choose a logo, then select the option instead of title and description. So what you'll have to do here is, in order to block this H1, we have to make use of the logo. For this I go to layout. I go into edit in the header. I choose an image file, a logo file. Let us quickly create one logo. So we have uploaded the logo here. And we choose the option instead of title and description. See, that's what is written here. Then what will happen? Instead of title and description means I do not want this, not title tag. This, they are referring this one also, headline also as title tag. So I do not want this, instead I want a logo there. Click on save, click on refresh. Now I'll be able to find only logo but not in the H1 format. You can press Ctrl U and check. There is only going to be one H1 tag, and that is your keyword. This is how every page automatically will have only one H1 tag now. And that is your main post title, and your keyword is already there in the post title. So you do not have to worry about entering the keyword again. H2 and H3 you can manually do it from the toolbar itself while you are publishing the post. See here. So I type something and I select it. Here I select as major headline. What is this now? It may look like H1 because it is major heading. Though it is written here as major heading, this is H2. See here, always check in the back end. We cannot judge the tag by looking at the size. Okay, it has come as H1, sorry. So main headline generally used to come as H2. It is coming as H1. So for H1, we are already getting it in the main website title. So don't get another H1. Use H2, H3. Okay, only these two you got to use it while publishing the post. Ignore this one because this will become major headline. Problem is still there in the home page. I press Ctrl U, Ctrl F. There are multiple H1 tags. Why? Because in home page you are going to get multiple posts one below the other. They come in the form of a group. That is why further changes are required. So what is it? What's the next step? Go to settings menu, post. In max post on home page, select one from 7 and save the settings. That's all. So here what I'm doing is go to settings. By default 7 posts will come one below the other in the home page. You can restrict that to only one. I make it only as one post. Save. That's it. Now when I'm refreshing, you will be able to see only a single post. Even if you press Ctrl U, you'll be only finding one H1 tag. So home page also only one H1 tag, internal pages also only one H1 tag, and we are able to get our keyword for every page. This is the best solution for the headline tags. So these things are not there by default. You'll have to do it for your blogger site. One time setting. Automatically your new post will be accustomed to this setting. Alright. Okay, it's already past 8. So that's all for today. We are yet to see step number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for WordPress. So once we complete that, then we'll proceed with the step number 6. Let me see if the site is opening. Reliable in news. Okay, great, it's opening now. So it has taken few minutes for the setup. Tomorrow we'll see the WordPress part. So here you can log in into WordPress. We'll continue from here tomorrow's class. So any doubts or questions, make use of the chat window, the audio control. That's all for today.